Hello everyone, welcome back to Rupesh Timesat YouTube channel. Today we are going to discuss about how to set up reactor environment. First of all, let us know what is reactor. Reactor is a platform to train and give experience in tech stacks like HTML, CSS, React, Vue, Angular in frontend, and TypeScript, JavaScript, Python in backend. How does it works? Step 1, get started, apply an offer free and start building projects. I have created an account and applied 2 days back. I got accepted and now next gain work experience. Complete project with new technologies and gain experience in a vast amount of technologies. Build your resume, develop your skill and build your skill at a resume to completing projects. Showcase your skills to employers. Employers are looking for the best programmers here. Your resume to stand out and demonstrate your skills. This is the tech stack they are providing. And how does it go? Goes like this. You can click on login. If you have account, click on sign in with email, Google, Facebook, through which you have created account. The benefits of skill reactors increase your employability and stand out from the crowd. Gain experience by building industry standard projects. Showcase your skill and experience to employers with the skill reactor resume. Use the most popular language frameworks, practically front-end, back-end, and full-stack development. Best of all, it completely free. After logging, sign in with email and details I already logged in. The dashboard will look like this: your name, your all details for registration. It has 6 projects: environment setup, personal CV, curriculum data, resume, JavaScript software dynamically frontend, and fundamentals, crypto profile, portfolio tracker, and bank management system. After these are the projects present in this skill reactor, and a few members got out in the chat section how to set up environment of this one. This is a Discord server of skill reactor. Did anyone set up the reactor? Or some I need some help. So that's why I'm making this video to set up my environment to along with to help them also. After this I will send the link. Click on environment setup. Start by reading the short project overview bureau. After this can get started with the first task. Set the active task named ES0 on the left panel. Follow the setup instructions and the task workflow in ESO. For this section to complete ESO, it will complete once all of its acceptance criteria is green and shown as passed. After completing ES0, press proceed. This will complete the project. Take back the overview page. Start and the project and contribute with your skill reactor. Let's click on ES0 project setup and onboarding. First task will help you to set up development environment and get familiar with the platform. You will be installing the prerequisite softwares, learn how to use Git and set up a new Node.js project. The acceptance criteria below defines the requirement of the task. Your goal is to implement all the requirements as described in the acceptance criteria. To get started, the following follow the setup instructions and task workflow section. In the task overview, once your environment is set up correctly, you can start working on the acceptance criteria. Instead of prerequisites, Node.js Git IDE like VS Code, pip. This is Node.js, which is used for JavaScript projects for maintaining and managing the environments and modules frameworks related to JavaScript like React, Vue, Angular packages to create projects. If you're a Windows installer, click on Direct Windows installer. 32-bit or 64-bit depending on your operating system version, and a 64-bit. I have already installed it, so that's why I'm sure indicating this power cursor and not installing. Then check the start node. Node.js command prompt in the app Node.js will. After is your netgit. This is a command line refresh. Then I set up, I will do it in a command prompt. Git is a version control system to track all the changes that you make in the project while creating, so that you can reuse the old version if you created faults in the present version of your doing, or you can track your past records to showcase that you have contributed this much code to this project and so on. I also installed this. Go to downloads and select version like Windows 64-bit. Download the git command line interface and GUI so that it will be most. You can do most of the operations using command line and it will be more interesting to do in command line interface. And it is an integrated development environment. VS Code is most widely used and with less space you can do so many framework and languages projects with formatters, pretty printing of code, and there will be so many plugins for each language. Depending on your project, you can set up, you can install plugins. I've already installed this VS Code. Tip only for users who set up Python. Setup git config dash dash trouble user dot name your name. To set up Git, you must have first GitHub account, github.com, maintain a private window, github.com. GitHub is a platform, it's a cloud-based platform to store your code and show your progress of coding, and you can contribute to open source projects. There are so many projects present in and around the world. You can sign up for a GitHub account, create username, email, username to it's an username to identify your account and give your account in a URL format. Email ID is as usual. You can use Google Mail, Microsoft Mail, any emails you have. You can set a password or at least 15 characters. Actually, it's at least 15 characters or at least 8 characters, including numbers, lowercase letters, and so on to strengthen the password from 8 characters to 15 characters minimum. You can create password length. After it, click on create account. You will get an email for confirmation of. After that, you can land in a new page. I already have an account. And this is my profile. You can create me by creating and repo with the same name that you have given in the username of your GitHub account by creating. And this is the part where the contribution is shown. The green marks indicates that you have contributed to a repository on that day. I will discuss this in later videos. But yesterday you need a GitHub account base. You have to set up the environment. You have to set up git config in your browser. After installing it, you will get a command prompt of git bash, like this one, coding is it. And this is the name of my laptop username, and this is my laptop name, and in GW64 is a folder. You, you can use Unix commands in this bash, like touch nano grep ls pwd. Basic Linux commands you can execute in this bash shell, which cannot be done in command prompt as it is lightweight and the language, and it has different command interfaces. After which you have to clone a project. MMS is to cloning a git lib basically creates a local copy of the repository of your system. It will download any source code that is already present in the remote repository. To clone the repository, follow the steps below. Open a terminal and navigate to a suitable directory in your system to clone the repository. Copy and run the git clone command from the git information security section on the right panel. You will now have the code available in the environment setup directly. This will be your working directly. You can now continue to the task workflow section. This means that it is trying you to clone projects, and this is GitHub ensuring projects. Repository is nothing but a project present in the crowd of GitHub, in your account or in others' account. And this is the environment setup they have again. You open the Git bash before. Yes, yes. After copying it, after copying the git clone command, open terminal like git bash as your command prompt. I'm doing git bash to show you. Ready? Yes. To show list of files. PWD to show your present working directory. I'm in the root. Let me change to it directly. ls rm environments. I have croned yesterday to see what's present. I'm reviewing it so that I can create a flash clip. It comes. RM is used for to delete files on to delete internal files and folders directly. So you have to use -r and F is to force it to delete everything in it. Let's check it. Environment. Before you have seen that environment setup is folder is present. Now present in this nothing is present. You have copied the command Ctrl L to clear the screen. Basically, everything will be present at the top, and enter the command line will move up to the top as bottom will be empty. I click shift. Let's copy it again. Shift. It is typing sometime. Let me do it in the command prompt. It is taking time repeatedly. The column to change directly to change the disk in command prompt and want to store it in A drive. TLS to clear the screen and right click it. And this is Git is a command and interface to store to work with repositories present in the cloud. One is to create a repo. One is to create a copy from the cloud in your local system, and this is the repository link. As you can see it, click on enter, and it will create the folder and files present in the environment setup in the cloud. It is located in the European West to Amazon AWS server. So we are cloning the project is present in this remote server present in the European West to data center of Amazon. We have cloned all the files. Change directly environment setup. We got this name from here environment setup. Highlight is present at the end of this. In bash, ls will work for listing, but in command prompt it won't work. To check the files and folders present in it, you have to use dir, which stands for directly in repository. Let us read my files, reactor repository folder. Let me open it in VS Code. The command from VS Code to open from terminal is code, and dot is indicate to present to get all the things, all the files and folders present in the in this environment setup folder. Let me minimize this. The code, the VS Code will open, and it will install all the files present in it. So please check out to the branch for your task. You can find branch name on the right of the skill reactor platform after setting the active task. You may see what's present in the skill reactor folder. There is a configuration file, SSID, secret key, SKR as skill region Europe must not be shown by me. And debug and submit JS. Go up, go to the reactor browser and copy this command. Check out basically test Control Shift quotation mark. Shortcut to open terminal from the code. You have to just use this symbol with Control Shift dash to open terminal in code. Yes, code. Let's click on right click to paste the comments that you have copied from the Reactor website. As you can manually type git checkout onboarding. Now you can see this will change. I got one dot critical file. Treatment file is present before. And this is circumscript. Where set up the environment for the custom. We have cloned the repository section. You can now continue to the taskbar section. Check out the task branch. At a platform, we create branch for each component project. When the project is initialized, once resources are initialized, you can start checkout. Command for the task in the get information section on the right panel. You can visit this link to learn more about Git branches. Navigate to working directly like navigator, cd environment step, and Git on it. Git fetch. If any changes made by the made in this repository, it will fetch all the things, and it will store it in temporarily. Install this. You can see grid branch dash a. To know all the branches present in this repository. Here in onboarding main branch is the branch which present before this one. Before we got checked out. Checkout basically this is used to change from one branch to other branch. Only present. It has only 2 branches. You will have to do this whenever you start a new task that has a different branch to what you are currently on, so that you can get all the changes that modified in this repository into your local system. You can now start implementing the requirements as defined by the acceptance criteria on this page. Some tasks can be completed in the timeline, but for most tasks you will want to open the workbench directly in your IDE. We have opened the project in IDE. Acceptance criteria for each requirement can be found on the page in the task overview. To view a specific details about a given acceptance criteria, click into it. You will see a pop-up. Write unit test. Please skip this step if you are working on HTML project. You should now ensure solutions fully tested. You can do it. Writing unit test, the boilerplate all present as an example test case. When you are writing JavaScript, TypeScript, any framework, please ensure that you are writing test case. You can run tests using npm run test. When you run Python, please make sure you write them using PyTest. PyTest is a library to test in Python. You can run them using commands from the readme file. Push your code to remote repository once you have implemented solution. It attach and to state all the files. The package manager represent package the project version. This asks you to set up Node.js environment of the project in this repository. You can done it using npm node package manager install. If you install all the dependencies that is necessary for this project, put a .node module in this preview page, preview bar, packages version. Let's format it to see the functions clearly. The process should be initialized with the following properties: packaging, reactor, project, version 1, my first node project description. Because package was package description. Let's clear package.json. Package.json comments to and everything has to be in double quotation marks. At the end of this line, only to set up, need to press comma. Comma is to operate each line of this. Return to format it. The project should initiate with this following properties. Our package are referencing packages JSON. I have created package.json and created this one. Three parameters: package name, create project, version 1.0.0. It's the first version. Description: my personal project. As we are creating my uh, once you have created the package.json, push the file to the remote repository. After pushing your changes, you can now run to submit. Now I add the files to this repository controller git add dash let me move this. I try to this repository. add dot you can use in present. You can use dash to add all the files and folders that you have modified. This is save all the staged files to local repository. Message could be an text implementer of SE1. Git commit dash m commit dash m stands for message. Finish rest node in repo and added credential and add package name description percent folder as a one acceptance criteria one yes. Get status to check to track all the files that you have modified before pushing it, before committing the message. Now let's push this, git push. Now we will push the two files that we have modified in this repository to the crowd. You can see the changes that you have modified from this link. Let's run this and check what's happened. Here on the right click. The node we are checking submit.js. We have submitted the package or not in this in the crowd. Using the submit.js as a script to check the files that were submitted. Save hypertrophy on particular on scale reactor. This is the folder. I submit the JSS script to check the changes that were made. On enter. Initialize a verifier. But we go through all the things. The spoiler specs was not satisfied. Receive one. My process on was and onboarding.